Dreams can be a powerful connection between people who are separated by long distances and even death. When someone close to us passes away, we often have very vivid dreams of them. These dreams can be super emotional, but they're also very common and completely natural. When you come to the realization that we travel in our dreams, it no longer seems so impossible that we could be traveling to places where our loved ones are still very alive and well. The connections that we make when we're together on this planet, they don't break just because somebody dies. It's these connections and these bonds that actually tie us together throughout very vast distances, including death. Hello, dreamers. My name's Lisa, and I'm the Dreamwork coach. In today's video, I'm going to be going over dreams of the departed and why we have them and what they might mean. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload new content. I upload 2 to 3 new Dreamwork related videos per week. All right, let's get right to it. Some schools of thought believe that departed loved ones that appear to us in our dreams are actually dream characters that are reflecting certain aspects of ourselves. Like, for example, if I dream of my departed grandpa, I'm actually dreaming about a part of me that reminds me of my grandpa. And that, while that can be absolutely 100% true and the case some of the time, we also can't rule out the possibility that some of these visitation dreams are exactly that. They're actual visitation dreams as opposed to just symbolic dreams. And one way that you can differentiate between the two, whether or not something's an actual visit or if it's a symbolic dream, is if you come back with real world knowledge that is applicable to your life, it's probably a visitation dream, because a symbolic dream might not be giving you, the lockbox code to grandma's safe, whereas grandma might actually want you to have that. So that's one way you can differentiate between these two types of dreams. And this video is going to focus on actual visitation dreams. There are many reasons why loved ones might want to come knocking in your dream time. And just think about, like, during your life, why would you go visit somebody? Why would your mom come visit you? The reasons could be the same. And one of those reasons why they might be coming to visit is that they have information for you. I've heard stories of people who have had their loved one come in and do that, like give them the code to a box or give them something that they need to know, like some information that they took to the grave that they really desperately want you to know. That is one common theme when it comes to dreams like this. For me, I had a dream not that long ago about a friend of mine, my best friend from elementary school, who passed away about 2 years ago. I had a dream about her a couple months ago, where in the dream, we were running around and goofing off in our old neighborhood, like where we grew up together. And she was telling me about some ploy that she had to pretend that she died. Like, she wanted to fake a funeral. And I thought it was super silly. I was like, why are you going to do that? That's really weird. And then, poof, she's gone, and I'm on the phone with her. And she's telling me about, like, where her fake funeral is going to be. She's asking if I'm going to go. And I say, I can't go. Are you going to go? And she's like, well, here's where it's going to be. And she gave me very specific directions on how to get to the plot in the graveyard where this funeral was going to be. And in my head, I saw a map of it. Like, I just saw exactly where this is. I saw the map, and I know this is where it is. And I say, I can't go. And then she's gone. She's not on the phone anymore. And I wake up. And when I woke up, I was like, how ridiculous. What a ridiculous dream. Why would she fake her death? Like, that's just silly. And then as I come more into, this physical reality, wake up from my dream, I'm like, oh yeah, no, she is dead. Like, she did pass away about 2 years ago. So what an odd dream. And once I realized, like, oh no, she really did pass away, and I have this map in my head of where her grave site is, I'm like, whoa, like, I got goosebumps. I'm like, is this exactly where her grave site could be? Like, I need to go check this out right now. And then also, that dream kind of gave me the courage to go find her gravesite, because, to be completely transparent, I never really wanted to find it before, because I knew I would just be sad. I knew it would bring up a lot of emotions, and I wasn't ready yet to go have that visit. So this dream did two things for me. It helped me realize she's not dead. She's joking about her gravesite in this dream. She's talking about having a fake funeral, like as if where she is right now, she is fully alive and well, and death is a joke. Like once we get to the other side, we might feel the same way. Like, how silly was it to be afraid of death, or to think someone was gone forever? Like, that's just goofy. And that's the vibe I got with this dream when I woke up and I'm going through it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's totally messing with me. And then the second thing I got from it is a freaking map that can point me to her grave, because I hadn't found it yet. Like, I knew what cemetery she was buried in, and I've driven through it before, just casually looking. I was like, if I stumble upon it, okay, great, that's great, then I meant to find it. And I never found it. That cemetery is massive, and no matter how hard I looked or drove around or didn't look, I never came across it. So I take this map, right? I'm like, I'm going to take this map and I'm going to find out if it's legit or not. And I go to the cemetery and I'm not seeing it anywhere. I'm still not finding it. So I contacted the administrative office and I asked, where this cemetery site was, and they told me. And when I found it, I got goosebumps again, because it looked just like the map I saw in my dream. It looked just like the vision I had in my dream, and it was down past two roads around a corner, like just like she described to me in the dream. I mean, nuts, crazy, right? So I have to believe that this was an actual visitation dream, because I came back from it with real, legit, real world information. So that's one reason, your loved ones might come visiting you in your dreams. Another reason a departed loved one might come visiting you in your dreams is just that they miss you and they want to say hi. It's just like any reason we would visit anyone in this waking reality. If we haven't seen them in a long time, or if we're, a long distance away from each other, we miss each other and we want to say hi and maybe give some comfort for something that someone might be going through, A few years ago, I dreamed about my grandma, and in the dream, she gave me a bundle of popcorn flowers. They were like flowers that popped overnight, and they looked like popcorn, but they were on stems, like flower stems. And I thought it was awesome. In reality check here, my grandma always gave me roses when we go to her house. She would give me and my mom roses. She grew these beautiful roses. And she loved popcorn. So it was just this soothing, this perfect dream flower for her to be giving me. And she gives me this bundle of popcorn flowers, and then she sends me off in this beautiful Cadillac to go meet up with another departed friend of mine, someone that had just passed away. And to me, it was like she knew I was going through the loss of a friend, and she gave me these flowers like she would have in life. Like, here's some, comforting flowers, and here's a ride to go see this departed friend who might, not know exactly where she is or have a hard time to come find me. So my grandma was kind of like this in-between person to be like, here, some comfort, and then here is where your friend is if you need to go, have a talk with her. So I did, and it was just this beautiful dream where I kind of got some closure and got to talk to my friend. Yet another reason a departed loved one might come visiting in a dream is that they want to issue you a warning of some kind. There have been quite a few dream reports from dreamers who say that they learned about very early stage cancer that they were then able to treat early and be okay from, that they never would have known about if a loved one hadn't come and give them a specific message in a dream. Others have reported avoiding accidents and having near misses with things that they had this advanced notice on because a departed loved one came to them in a dream. Our loved ones might have access to information that we don't have from the other side. And then they're able to use our dreams to contact us and give us warnings about what might happen if we don't act on something now. Another reason we might get visits from our departed loved ones is that they need closure. Dying does not make you a saint. There are plenty of people who have passed away with unresolved issues. If someone passes away with unfinished business, they might feel the need to seek closure with you before they can fully move on. They may be reaching out to settle their issues with you. So if you are also seeking closure on something to do with this person and they come visiting in your dreams, this is like a gift that dreams give us. It's a second chance to create that closure that we both might need. So as you can see, there are a lot of reasons why our departed loved ones might reach out to us in our dreams. And this is just a short list on a very long list of possibilities. But it's also important to know and realize that it doesn't stop at dreaming. So just as the universe can give us signs and synchronicities to get our attention, so can our departed loved ones. For some reason, every time a family member of mine dies, we see a rainbow. When my grandpa passed away, me and my mom were sitting in the living room putting together a photo collage for his funeral, and my mom looks up and she sees a rainbow in our front yard. It started and ended in our front yard, this mini rainbow just for us. We both jumped up and ran out and looked at it. I was trying to get pictures of it. It was freaking amazing. I've never seen anything like it before or since. Just this mini rainbow in our yard. It hadn't even rained. It wasn't about to rain. It wasn't storming or anything like that. So it was just this bizarre, totally symbolic situation. And it gave us both like this sense of peace. Like, oh, okay, he's okay. This is our sign that everything's going to be okay, that he's fine. And then when my grandma passed away in December, in winter, there was a double rainbow. Sunny, bright winter day, blue skies, and a huge double rainbow. In a winter sky, sunny day, no rain, no precipitation. How wild is that? And then just another little snippet of a message that I got from my grandma was that the popcorn flowers. So I had that popcorn flower dream, and then about 2 days later, I was at a nursery, a plant nursery, and I was with my sister-in-law who I just told this popcorn flower dream to, so she knew the dream already too. There was a table at the nursery, just this huge table with only one plant on it. And I walked over to the plant and I looked at the tag, and the tag was a little thing of popcorn. It was like a red and white striped container, and it said popcorn plant on it. I was like, holy cow. This solo plant on this one table, and it's a popcorn plant. It's called this because it has little flowers that look like popcorn. Looks like popped popcorn. What? Me and my sister-in-law were both like freaking out. We're like, are you serious? So I took a picture, obviously, and I will put it on here so you can see it. But if that is not some sort of a sign, message, something from my grandma, like what is it then? Like, it was amazing. So be sure to keep your eye out for signs like this. Like, the universe has a way of letting us know that our loved ones live on. So if you are interested in this topic and would like to learn more about it, I would highly recommend checking out Robert Moss's book that's called The Dreamer's Book of the Dead. It deep dives into this topic, and it goes over a lot in more depth, a lot of the stuff that I just talked about. And I will link to that below. So if you liked this video, please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends, and all of that stuff. And until next time, happy dreaming.